Hi guys, I'm gonna do a video on Tyler Robinson because it keeps popping up on my feed. It's on the news everywhere, so I guess why not? I've already looked into it already, and it's my card said that he's having a mental health problem. Okay, I just saw like quickly on NBC, they said that he admitted to doing it on a Discord chat, but listen, everyone online says crazy ass shit that it's them and they don't mean it, and especially if someone's having a mental health problem. People with mental health problems or someone from psychosis will tell you that they've done crimes that they've never done. So you need to be really careful. I feel like that's not good enough evidence of someone on a Discord server saying it was me. That's what the FBI director said. Anyways, I guess I'll do a reading. Which one should I do? Hold on. Okay, I'm using this book here. It's called Guided Tarot for Seamless Readings by Stephanie Capone. Get it on Amazon. The spread I'm using is your potential relationship. All right. So the first card we're gonna pull is 1, which is this one, which represents Tyler's current energy, or the energy he is emitting around this situation. Okay. I'm gonna use the Mystic Martian deck. Shuffle them on screen. You never know what someone might say in the comments. You just put them there. No, I'm shuffling them. So the first card is his current energy, the energy he's emitting around this situation. Give me the energy he is emitting surrounding this situation. Tall grays reverse. Let's look in the book here. So the energy that he is emitting is allowance. Whatever that means. Now, the second card is what is needed to align with the, let's see, what is needed to align with the situation that he's seeking? No. What is needed to align with the truth? Okay. So the card, what is needed to align with the truth? Oh, that just came flying out. Okay, let me take a look in the book. It's needed to align with the truth, sexual inappropriateness. I don't know what that means. The third card. Message from the universe. Key information from the universe. Your spirit guides, Tyler's spirit guides, or Tyler's higher self, or the divine regarding the truth. Yes, Syrians be reverse. Self-sabotage. He needs to self-sabotage, I guess. I guess we'll clarify all these cards. Next card, the fourth one. Action to take. An action step Tyler can take to align with the truth. You have Anunnaki in the reverse. It means fair. The action he needs to take is just saying fair. And the last one, what to release? A gentle confrontation of something. So it's fair. What action must he take to get to the truth? He must be fair. What to release? A gentle confrontation of something that's taking up too much energetic space. It must be released to create room for the truth to form. Ooh. We have alchemy, the philosopher's stone in the reverse. He's in a rut. That's what that means. All right. So I guess we're going to start with the first card. So the first card was the energy he has surrounding the situation, and it's allowance. The tall grays in the reverse. We're going to clarify with the woodland warden's deck. This one right here. All right. Let me shuffle them on camera. By the way, while I'm shuffling these, I was playing Infinity Nikki, and I finally got the Arosa outfit. It took forever because I had to battle all the factions of stylists. And the first round for Flora Wish, I mistakenly thought I had to get it perfect for each of them, but I didn't. So I wasted a lot of time. So I'm waiting for the update. Okay. So let's clarify what allowance means. It's about his current energy, about the situation. Someone's been busy. Productivity. We have productivity. The B. Here it is. Productivity. I call upon his spirit guides and ancestors in good standing. He's been productive and not having peace of mind. I mean, if you see it, whether he's actually the shooter, if he's not, that makes sense. Regardless of what he did or did not do. Because if he's not the shooter, of course he's going to be in his feelings. He's being questioned. They're saying he's being uncooperative. And if he's being uncooperative and he's not the shooter, that could explain why. And if he is the shooter and he's being uncooperative because he doesn't want to, it's just multiple things, right? He might be saying he's loyal. Loyal to what? He's loyal to the government. Remember, his family is a bunch of Republicans, and apparently they're MAGA centered, and from his perspective, him and his family are loyal to the Republican Party, and he thinks that it will show that it's true. And since he's loyal to the government, he might be too trusting, and he's not aware that the FBI director is desperate to get the killer, and he might not be completely, he might be really naive. He might be naive. He's probably sheltered, you know what I mean? He's not using his intuition. He's being too trusting of the situation because of his family's political affiliation. He probably believes that he'll be proven innocent. And so he's allowing them to look through everything, or he's allowing something with the government. He's allowing something because he thinks it will prove his innocence. And then they went online and talked about Discord or something. He's confident that they'll find out that he's not the shooter. But he's not prepared because, listen, when the government is on a one-track mind and there's an incompetent person running the FBI, the truth is not really all that important, okay? Especially they got something to prove. They keep trying to say this is the left, but he's a Republican. Isn't he like a Republican? That doesn't make any sense. The FBI, you're not making sense. Why? I saw on the news, MSNBC, they said he was into leftist stuff and maybe he had a trans roommate, but that doesn't mean that he himself was a leftist. I mean, I've been in college before and I had roommates I didn't agree with politically. That doesn't mean anything. Now we're all getting judged for the roommates that we have. That's stupid, right? Haven't we all had roommates that we didn't really agree with politically? This doesn't make any sense. That's not, listen, him having, I don't know what his relationship with his trans roommate is, but that's not proof of anything. It's not. I have different, all types of roommates in college. One of my roommates was even an older woman with 2 kids. I had roommates who had been religious. I had Jewish roommates. I had roommates who listened to classical music. Some who like listening to rock music. I had hippie roommates. I had preppy law school roommates. I had like people who like to volunteer or want to work at the union type of roommates. I had a roommate that I was pretty sure was a drug addict. Like, if we're gonna start judging people based off of the roommates, I mean, FBI, unless you guys have hardcore proof, don't you guys think you might be just pushing it a little bit? I don't know. I feel like if they had more evidence, and why, I don't know. It just seems silly. Especially in this economy, can we really be that picky what kind of roommates we're gonna have? What if the roommate with who you don't like agree with politically is in the best part of town, next to the best commute or the public transportation system, and the price is right, and it's nice enough for you, wherever that might be, and it's nearby your friends, it's nearby your job, or it's near your university, and it's nearby your favorite restaurant, and it's nearby the places you like to shop. And though you might not get along with someone's political views, you just try to be nice to them just to get along with them a little bit. Maybe you guys have some political debates sometimes, but nothing too crazy because you don't want to make the home life uncomfortable, right? Because everybody knows what it's like to have a roommate. And we all had roommates we were not even the same race with, right? You had roommates, like some of my roommates were white, some of them were like black, some of them were like Hispanic. Like, I have so many different types of roommates. It doesn't honestly, it's so strange. Yeah, I mean, like, One of my roommates I never saw. I'm being dead serious. One of my roommates in college, I saw her like maybe a handful of times during the week. I never knew where she was. I would talk to her when she was at the house. She only be at the house sometimes to cook, and she would like be gone. This is because she was involved in like school stuff, and she'll stay at her boyfriend's house. She was always at her boyfriend's house all the time. So she was never at our apartment. I don't even know why she got the apartment. I think maybe she got it because her mom or parents probably weren't okay with the relationship. I don't know why she just didn't get an apartment with her boyfriend, because she was never at the house. What a waste of money, right? So there's like things like that. So you know, and since I feel like I didn't really know her very well. You know, we lived together for like a year and we barely spoke. It's 12:12 on the clock. We barely spoke, not because we were like, not because we didn't get along, just that she just wasn't around because she was always at her boyfriend's house. I don't even know what her political affiliation was. I don't know what her favorite music was, because I don't know what her favorite TV show was. I don't even know what her favorite color was. I maybe saw her roommate once in a while, but at our dorm, or we had university-owned apartments, you can lock your own room. And so our rooms were always locked, and I never tried to go in her room because that would be weird. So like I never went in there. It was like I had a whole apartment to myself, which was actually quite wonderful from my perspective, but like she was never around. And the only way I knew she was at the house is she took out the trash. I cleaned up I vacuumed, I like cleaned things up. And she would just take the trash out because the mess was mostly mine, because she wasn't at the house. She wasn't at the apartment, so it was my mess. She would leave I knew she was around if I saw the trash getting full or her plates in the sink. One time she left meat sitting in the fridge for like a week, and it got so bad, and I had to text her. I was like, do you want me to like throw this away? Like the meat's turning brown, it's brown and it's starting to smell. I'm just saying. Like she was like, oh yeah, because she wasn't at the house. She was at her boyfriend's house. I'm just saying, and people are trying to use someone's roommate. Just like think clearly. Does the roommate really know that person? Like, are they dating? I think most people don't date their roommates. Most people can't stand their roommates, right? I'm not saying I couldn't stand my roommates. I'm just saying most people, you know, it's pretty like they're pretty neutral about their roommates. They don't love them or hate them. Some of my roommates I loved. Most of them I was kind of neutral about. So, you know, it's just kind of weird. So people are saying that he was watching, maybe getting like listening to the political stuff of his roommate. Maybe his roommate was just trying to change his mind because he knew he was a Republican, right? And he was trying to, you know, some people are like that, especially if they're trans, and you know, maybe they want them to be more accepting of them. So maybe they start, you know, opening up conversations with him and trying to change. It's like it's completely innocent from that point of view, right? I'm just trying to be the logical person here, because it seems from my perspective, the FBI is not being very logical. Yeah, like he's being naive and he's being bold about it because he thinks he trusts in the government. Poor kid. That's why the allowance is here. That's what he's allowing them to just. And they're saying he's being uncooperative because he hasn't admitted the stuff. Listen, it's not about him admitting his wrongdoing if he didn't do it. Do like the authorities not understand that? He's not being uncooperative if he hasn't admitted that he committed a crime. That's not being uncooperative if you didn't actually do it. Dude, that's so ridiculous to me. He's being uncooperative. Well, maybe he didn't do it. That's not him being uncooperative. Hello? He thinks the truth will come out. I don't know. What was the other one? Some of these cards, they're so sexual. It's Nagas. Her boobs are all hanging out. What was this again? Oh, this was energy for the truth. Oops. I messed up these cards. For that deck, for that card, I'm gonna use my own deck. This is for the truth. What was the meaning of the card again? Ooh, I forgot. Hold on. Sexual inappropriateness. So that is what is needed to align with the relationship you are seeking. What is needed to align with the truth. Sexual inappropriateness. Let's see what this is about. Leap in the reverse. Is this about people trying to imply he was in a relationship with his trans roommate? Leap in the reverse. Silence. Don't take the initiative. Be silent. It's saying the Republican Party is obsessed with this trans. I don't know. What would you call it? Narrative? They're obsessed with it. They're trying to use it as ammo. They're trying to use it as ammo. So they're gonna, I don't know. Oh, I see. Ammo. Didn't they say one of the shells or something had trans stuff on it and one of their roommates is trans? Oh, wait a minute. Is that what they're doing to try to connect him to this crime? Are you fucking serious? They're trying to use fear. Wow. We're just really just... FBI, you guys are just really doing the most. They're trying to nurture fear. He had a trans roommate. Apparently the shell on, I guess the shell they said or something had the word trans on it. Maybe they were secretly lovers. What? That's not a reason to shoot somebody. Why would he do that? That still doesn't make any sense. I mean, has he ever shown signs of being violent like that? If this had to do with him being insulted by the trans thing, I think him and his roommate would have had a discussion about it, right? I'm being dead serious. If this has to do with his roommate, and they were lovers, his roommate would have known what he was going to do, or there would have been some type of conversations about how Tyler was so angry about the Republican Party saying horrible things about trans people and how he wants to get revenge on them, right? There would have been, and his friends probably would have heard about it too, or somebody. There would have been some evidence that he was so angry enough, and he would have told people that he wants to do this because of the things they're saying about trans people, but connecting him to the crime because he had a trans roommate, and because the bullet thing or the shell had the word trans on it, apparently they said in the news. I don't know if that's still true because they keep changing stuff, right? That's not evidence. What kind of investigation is this? What is this? What kind of investigation is this? What is this? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, so people are going off of feelings? No. The FBI is not supposed to be going off of feelings. They're supposed to be going off of facts. The feelings thing doesn't matter. People could feel a lot of things, but it doesn't mean they're going to act out on their feelings. How many people have gotten angry at someone? They wanted to punch someone in the face, but they would never do it. Lots of people feel that way. Are we gonna now start jailing people because of their thoughts? That's so stupid. People are allowed to feel however they want to feel. It doesn't mean they're gonna actually carry out a crime. That doesn't make any sense. Oh my goodness. What is this? They had feelings and they were so upset because they were trying to stop trans rights. Is that the narrative? Wait a minute. Is that the narrative the director of the FBI is trying to go with? Oh my God. Please stay off of Netflix, please. This is crazy. Come back. This is not rooted in reality. This narrative is not rooted in reality. This is made up bullshit. This doesn't make any sense. You're connecting someone to a crime because they had a trans roommate? That's like connecting someone to a crime because a black person died at a park and they had a black roommate. Wait. That might be about something else. Who's that about? Oops. I think I picked up on another crime. Someone had a black roommate that died. The body was found in a park. It's unrelated to this crime. I don't know. Maybe it's the FBI. And the FBI director is feeling impatient because things are not moving fast enough for this dumb narrative to take root. Come on, just say it! Oh my God. There's no supporting evidence of any of this. This is like the biggest amount of bullshit. Ay, ay, ay. I know I said this is the last time. Listen, I was telling the truth. I said this is the other video. I said I wasn't going to talk about Kirk anymore. And I'm not. I'm talking about Tyler. That's the next one. The message from the universe. It was, what was it again? This is the dumbest case I've ever heard in my life. It was self-sabotage. Advice from the universe. Use this one again. Message from the universe. Yo, this is starting. Listen, I've been reading the comments in the videos and everyone is clowning the FBI. This is such an embarrassment. I'm embarrassed for you guys who take your job seriously and you got this idiot running the fucking department. Stop. And blockage in the reverse. Open up. Open up about what? That you do not, you're not, he needs to open up that he's not into trans people. He's not sexually attracted to that, and you don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I don't know. And he's having a mental health problem. He is having a mental health problem, but it's not him. He didn't shoot that man. Oh, the evidence they have in court is so stupid. A screwdriver? Did he take... Apparently they're saying he took down his gun with a screwdriver after he sniped him or something. I don't know. The narrative just seems so strange. It just seems really convoluted and all over the place. It doesn't, because he, like, apparently he hit him smoothly in the neck. It wasn't him. Whoever sniped him hit him smoothly in the neck. And then they're saying that he then took down the gun or something. The FBI is apparently saying he took down the gun with a screwdriver or something. I don't know. Wouldn't that have, like, taken time? Well, I feel like, wouldn't that be at risk for him being discovered after the shooting because all the chaos? That doesn't make any... Have they thought that maybe, I don't know if Tyler was at the talk or not, but if they saw him running or something, could it be possible he was running because he heard the shots, the shot? And you know how everyone else was screaming and running? So I think saying that if they saw him running away is not really evidence to, like, it's not evidence. I'm sorry. He's having issues. Wound, mind in the reverse. It's not something that he was born with. Maybe something he's having a mental health problem. He's probably saying some weird, strange things, but probably, like, you know, if they're being rough with him, they're probably not helping the situation. I don't know, it seems to be saying that he might not be in a place where he can make sound judgment because of his mental health problem. I'm thinking the stress from being under investigation by the FBI and all this other stuff might be getting to him. And I suspect he has bipolar disorder, so he might be having, like, an acute episode. They're saying he's not working with them well because he's mentally ill and he's suffering. And he's not responsible for the shooting, and a crazy director is obsessed with trying to prove that he has the right man, because this is the third one, and if he proves that the third one is wrong, how embarrassing. So he has to prove it's him, which is not justice at all. That's a horrible thing. Yeah, they're being rough. Tell us! I don't know. They're not seeing... Are some of the agents seeing that they might have the wrong man? Some of them are thinking they have the wrong man, but some of them want to see it serious, like, we got the guy. It's not him, so... I don't know what to tell you. He's self-sabotaging because he's having a mental health problem. It's not because he shot the man. He just has a mental health problem, okay? I hope you guys called in a non-biased psychiatrist to come and talk to the kid. Oh, I'm so tired. Let's see. Actions to take. Anunnaki in the reverse. What was it again? Was it like flow or something? What was it? These people. It was fair. Woodland Wardens. We're back to Woodland Wardens again. What actions to take? Be fair. The FBI, you guys need to be fair. If this isn't him, then it isn't him. Okay? Stop trying to make it fit. If it don't fit, it ain't gonna fucking fit. Just trying to put Cinderella's shoe on her stepsister's ugly big ass feet. If the shoe don't fit, it don't fucking fit. Stop trying to force it on the foot if it ain't fitting. Listen, that's like Cinderella's size 5 shoe. You're trying to put it on her stepsister's size 10. It ain't gonna fit. Stop trying to make it fit if it don't fit. This case is weak. It's a weak case. it's a weak case. The public is getting, listen, it seems like the majority of the public is really suspicious and they don't think it's him anyway. So I don't know. The people, especially the director, is not using any type of intuition. Why does he keep doing interviews on the news, by the way? What is wrong with him? They don't have any evidence. Wait, hold on. The FBI has no evidence that this is him. Then why you guys arrested him? You guys gotta let him go. If you have no evidence that it's him, you have to release him. Legally, should the FBI release Tyler? You guys need to release him. You guys have no legal right to have him there. You have no evidence that it's him. He could probably sue his family might sue the FBI. I don't know if they want a family tournament or not, but I'm guessing eventually if they did, they might change their mind. And then they're going to sue the FBI. They're going to sue the FBI. What a nightmare. And then you guys got to start all over. They're going to, listen, his family might threaten to sue. You guys don't have any evidence that it's him. And he's having a mental health crisis. And you're trying to force him to confess to doing a crime he didn't do. When he's having a mental health problem. Do you guys realize the lawsuit, the civil rights lawsuit this would be? You took someone who's mentally ill, you have no evidence it was actually them. You took someone who was suffering from mental psychosis, and then you tried to force them to say that they committed a crime, that you had no evidence that they did anything. And then you wouldn't release them. You were rough with them. You guys, the investigators, knew that there's something wasn't right with him. And you guys wouldn't release him. This is a lawsuit. This is really unlucky. You guys have no evidence. They might have to start over. I don't know. It's just really unlucky. This FBI director is unlucky. Oh, my little kitty. Where did you come from? You guys are lying to the public. Because you're determined to prove it's him after you guys messed up after the last few times. What, is it to prove you're loyal to Donald Trump? That's not how law enforcement works. Did you guys know that? Let's see. The last card. What to release? What was it again? In a rut. Let me clarify with. Sorry, if you hear a weird noise, it's my cat. She's just weird. You hear her? Do you guys hear her trilling over there? What she's doing is that she likes to rub her whiskers against stuff like cords. And so she just like constantly just bats at cords and rubs it on her face. And she could do it for like 15 minutes straight. It's very weird. I don't know why she does it. Don't you think of it, Yoshi? Don't you think of it? No, hold on. Then my cat tries to like tear down my blinds. I don't know why she does that. First she meows to make sure I'm looking at her, and then she tries to tear them down. She's so rude to me. My cat is so rude to me. I don't know why she does this shit. Okay, so anyways, in the rut. Everybody knows this investigation is a big old fuck up from the get-go. No one trusts the government. No one trusts the FBI, especially after the Epstein thing. Oh, no, you better not, Yoshi. I'm gonna throw this crock at you. They think, a lot of people watching investigation think this is just trying to distract people from the Epstein thing. That's what a lot of people think. A lot of people think it's just an attempt to just distract people. And most of the public doesn't believe that the victim was a hero. But seeing how some people are being punished, they're just keeping it to themselves. The people think the victim's family is being greedy. I'm just being honest. Terrell, I'm just telling you what the cards say. They think money is the only reason why this investigation is moving the way it is. They also think it's sick that his wife is asking for money to help with the funeral because they have a lot of money. Of course, you know, certain people, of course, people are gonna donate, but the large majority of Americans are disgusted with his wife coming out asking for donations. People want his family to shut up and go away. Listen, the tarot is just telling people. Listen, I'm not trying to be rude to his family or anything. I'm just telling you what the collective, what the American public is actually thinking right now. And if you're a Republican, I'm telling you what they are thinking right now. People are more interested in the Epstein files being surrendered to the public. I don't know, is the majority of the public just not interested? The majority of the public is not interested in this man's death. I'm sorry to tell you. Of course, they're watching the news because it's just juicy gossip to distract people from them not being able to afford groceries. But most of the Americans are feeling pretty apathetic and they don't care. That's the cold hard truth, okay, everybody? Don't people want the truth about what's really going on? Kirk's family, your bloodline. Most Americans don't care. I'm sorry. Most of the Americans don't care what happened to your husband. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. This is just the truth. The truth hurts sometimes, doesn't it? This is what the truth is. And most of them think it's really fucked up that you went on camera and asked for donations. They feel like the Republican Party is trying to make people afraid by canceling them or targeting people for speaking out against him. So people are keeping these comments to themselves because they already have enough problems, and with the job insecurity and how the economy is doing, people don't want to lose their job because they told people how they really felt about Kirk. People wish the news surrounding this thing would just go away. People are tired of hearing about this man dying, or that died. They're tired of hearing about it. They know that the person who's deceased was hateful. Even his supporters know that he was quite hateful, so there might be some confusion even among his supporters of this new dialogue comparing him to Martin Luther King Jr., because some of his supporters know that's bullshit. Because a lot of the people who supported Kirk were also hateful. They liked him because of the hateful things he said. And so people going around and lying about him is bothering some people. Even his supporters are getting bothered by it. That's something I didn't expect. People are starting to become enraged every time the news talks about Kirk. People are getting enraged. Whoa! What is going on in the book? The collective is pissed off. I guess that's what happens when your electricity bill's gone up because of the new data center. You're looking at your bill. You're like, what the fuck? You can't afford groceries. You might get laid off. And the news won't shut the fuck up about that guy when everybody's suffering. So people are just getting angry. And then she asks for donations when the family apparently has millions of dollars, apparently. I don't know. And people can't afford their bills. I feel like people who have money are so disconnected from the average American. You guys are so tone deaf. People, this is the other thing. People don't even really care about the person they arrested either. They don't care. They don't care if they found the shooter. They don't care if it is him or not. I think the collective consciousness of most Americans are just suffering from exhaustion. People are too exhausted to even think about this. They're too tired. They don't want to think about it. Okay? And every time they turn on the news, there's new information. It sounds even more ridiculous. And then there's this situation with the Korean factory thing. I don't know, are people more angry about the Korean thing? People are more angry about the Korean thing because the Korean factory couldn't introduce jobs, and a lot of people don't have jobs, and people are worried about job security, and so people are actually more angry about that than the murder. Oh my god, dude. Oh, the truth when it's facing you in the face. Here it is, everybody. This is what they're actually thinking. They're starting to think the media and the government is testing their patience. I didn't know that in the rut card was gonna be about the collective consciousness of the average American citizen. I did not know we were gonna go in that direction. Oh, what's this? They're tired of seeing the FBI director on TV. They don't fucking like him. Disillusion. They're tired of seeing him. They know he's a liar. They're listening to their own intuition. It's telling them that the FBI and the government's lying to them. So, you know, here we are. This is America, everybody, where they lie about your unemployment rate. The unemployment rate's actually around a quarter of the population's unemployed right now. The numbers would tell you it's like 4%. It's everybody, it's 4%. Sure it is. They just tell people that so that the Bureau of Statistics lies about the real numbers so that the public doesn't go fucking crazy and go marching in the streets and start cannibalizing all the rich people. I don't know. At this point, let me tell you. Are there cards saying this? The cards are saying the Americans are getting so angry they might want to kill their politicians. That's crazy. Listen, I think, guys, America, we're reaching a Marie Antoinette point of time right now. If anyone that works for the government is watching this video, you must understand. Has America officially reached the Marie Antoinette moment? Okay. Listen, if you work for the American government, the American population has reached a Marie Antoinette moment in history. And this has never happened before in American... This has never happened in American history, right? The Americans are going to... The people are going to lose their fucking mind. They can't... I'm going to tell you why. They can't afford their groceries. They have a bunch of loans they can't pay off. The interest rates on their mortgages, the electricity bills are getting higher. They can't afford medical care. The medical care is too expensive. People are getting laid off. The news and the government keeps lying to them like they're stupid. When they're looking around and they know things are falling apart, just look at the videos in Disney and Las Vegas. You will notice those places are completely empty because people don't have fucking money to even go gambling or drinking anymore. People don't have enough money to go and drink anymore. And you know, people are going to spend their last dime, their last dime of their paycheck on their favorite vices. And if people are not spending money on their vices, then you know we have reached a very low point in the economy. The housing market appears to be crashing. People are now saying that they're not paying their mortgages anymore, and they're just gonna stay in their house. They don't give a fuck anymore. People are not buying cars anymore, right? There's been a lot of repos. People's cars are getting repossessed. People's cars are being taken, but the public transportation system in the United States is awful because of the oil and gas industry, which has done its best to keep people dependent on cars, so people cannot get to where they need to go with public transportation because of this, the lobbyists. People had tried to reach out to the politicians and they're not doing anything. The people, at this point, all Trump needs to do, I know there's debates about this, okay? About whether Marie Antoinette said, let them eat cake. Did she really say something like that? She really did say something. I'm going to tell you why she said it. Someone came to her and said the people are suffering, they're upset, and she made a joke that if they're so upset, they should try to make themselves be merry by eating cake. We reach a point in American history that all Trump needs to say right now is just like, let them eat cake! And the people are I feel like the people are going to lose their shit. They might come in, they might turn to cannibalism. That's a joke. But I feel like the citizens might start purging everybody. I don't know. Listen, I don't have any weapons in my house or anything, but, you know, I do have locks. My door is hard to, I have an ancient little door that's hard to open. And I have a really mean cat. But I think the people are going to go crazy. I don't know. I think people have like reached their limit. They reached their limit, and the economy's crashing. We're entering a recession, and nobody wants to admit it. Or I think honestly, we're already in a recession, and no one wants to admit what's going on. We're in huge debt. There we have a leader in office who likes to sow discord and division. He doesn't want to bring people together, and you know, this is why it's not a smart idea to get a bunch of wealthy people running the country like this, because they're so disconnected and they only want to help their wealthy friends. But listen, countries don't work out when the commoners want to murder you. You know what I mean? The art of keeping commoners, or the peasants, happy enough so they don't kill you with murderous rage is a really delicate game. And I think our billionaire friends, Apple, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, all these people, I think they played a little bit too much with people. And I think the Americans are gonna fucking lose it. I won't be shocked if like some of them might storm like a building or something. That would be crazy if they did that. Can you imagine? And from my perspective, I think some of the people who are going to do it also work for the law enforcement, because they're pissed off too. So you're going to have law enforcement helping out the common people to come and get the politicians. Oh my God. I don't know what is gonna happen. What's gonna cause people to just fucking lose it? What is it gonna be? Should I pull a card? What's it gonna be? I'm just curious. Which one do I use? Tarot? Let's pull 3 cards. What's gonna make people lose their shit? I just wanna know. I gotta know. It's in the cards. It's in the cards. Listen, if you're watching another country, make sure you tell your news people too. When you send them over here to document everything, stay back. They might eat you. Nine of Pentacles on the reverse. No jobs. No jobs. All they have is gig work. DoorDash. Uber Eats. Driving people around in the car. The jobs. The layoffs. The toxic government lying to people about the job situation and about everything else. Yeah, I know these people are naked on the card. Sorry. The job situation. The lies. The American dream being dead. People not getting the things that they were promised. That they'll be able to have a job. That they'll be able to take care of their family. That they'll be able to do this. That they'll be able to do that. 9 of Cups in the reverse. Their wishes being unfulfilled. So what's gonna cause the American public to lose their shit? The lack of jobs and no money. The lying government. Wishes being unfulfilled. That's all it's gonna take from my perspective. I think we're already there, right? Let's clarify. Let's just use 4 cards for Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Ooh. Am I supposed to take these 4? Oh my god, 4 cards just fell out. Okay, let's see what they are. People feel like failures because they can't find a job. They keep applying for positions, but nothing's happening. 8 of Pentacles reverse. Since the job numbers keep lying to people and telling them that unemployment's only 4%, they think everybody is doing good. And it's just them. And so they feel insecure. And that anger and sadness that might originally have been inward is one day going to be turned outward, and it's going to turn into anger. When people are sad or depressed, sometimes the sadness and depression is expressed as anger. So people are getting in states of depression because they cannot find a job, and that sadness is being expressed as rage. Now let's get to the lying government. 4 cards. Another long video today. Why do I do this to myself? Ooh. People can't concentrate because they're worried about their children. They don't have money and they don't have a job, and they're worried about their dependents. And so they're feeling frustrated with the messages they're getting from the government, which is lying to them. They might even be upset about what's going on health-wise. Oh, there she goes again. They feel that things are out of control, and they feel like they have no control of their lives right now because they can't support themselves. By the way, I'm not talking about myself in any of these readings. Okay, I just want to make that clear. Oh, these 2 came out. Might as well take them. So it's building tension with a 5 of Wands. Because they can't manifest anything, especially money and the things they need, because the government's lying to them. And the last card, 9 of Cups reverse. Dissatisfaction. They want to put an end to this dissatisfaction they've been experiencing. And they want to release the fears and sadness they're feeling and turn it into rage. Hey, be careful, Yoshi. What are you doing? Why do you keep rubbing your stuff? Oh. Come over here, you little cat. Oh my god. I was turning on my cat's heated bed. What a spoiled cat. I think my cat might have a cold. I got distracted. They have no motivation to keep doing this. Remember, this was the car before. Keep applying for jobs, keep applying themselves and not getting anything in return, believing the nonsense the government's telling them. They're feeling insecure because they can't move on from this situation. So I did not describe myself at all. What the hell is my cat doing? So this is why people are going to lose it. Yes, Yoshi. Yes, Yoshi. Anyways, so this was supposed to be about Tyler and somehow it turned into this, so I guess that's where it was supposed to go. 10 of Swords. What'd I tell you about slamming the door? Oh my god. Anyway. Yoshi! Don't you dare do that again! Stop slamming my doors! Oh my god, what is wrong with her? Does anybody know what's wrong with my cat? My cat likes to slam my doors like a little bitch. What the fuck? I'm sorry. What the fuck is wrong with her? Anyways, that was my reading. If you like this reading, make sure you subscribe or like the video. Connect with me. Let's be friends. What did I just tell you? She just ran away. Okay, bye.